Once the government was fully engaged in the second half of January, the idea of reducing that contact, the quarantine idea that goes back for a long time, that was done in a very serious way. And so that, I'm very glad that that worked, because that creates, at least for countries that are as rich as China or richer, it creates a model. They'll all do it in their own way. They won't do it exactly the same. That depends on the society. China was the first to have to deal with this. It's always hardest to be the country where something emerges first, because so little is known about it. But now, what China did is helping the rest of the world. Now that China's mostly back at work, some of the critical supplies, having China participate in providing those could make a huge difference. Now, it's amazing, particularly in the early days where very little was understood about the risks. Even doctors who weren't working specifically on coronavirus patients, had very significant exposures. And just the idea that they kept going into work as they started to realize something was spreading, it's very impressive. The hours they worked, the tough conditions they're in, sometimes having to isolate themselves from their family because of that risk of infection. So wherever the disease is rampant, we've seen healthcare workers step up, first in China, now in Europe and the United States. It's kind of amazing what they're doing. Unfortunately, the developing countries probably will be the next big wave, and their capacity is even lower, and so the health workers will face an even more difficult situation.